As you guys know, I have a background in real estate in the US Army at the University of Utah, and this year I read over 40 books on personal development, and Tony here has seen a drastic change. I wanted to tell you guys all about what has changed. After a life-changing chat with one of my mentors, we sat down and I noticed that I was spending over 30 hours a week doing non-income generating tasks. I was spending a lot of time in the US Army, a lot of time at school, and those places are really, really great when they get you to where you need to go. And I realized that none of those qualifications really got me to where I needed to be because I was already able to have what I needed without getting a degree per se or becoming an officer per se, because those things didn't actually get me any closer to helping more people online. One of the biggest things was I was just over diversified. I was trying to change the world from way too many different angles, trying to be a superhero on every single part of the planet, and I realized I needed to start focusing and doing one thing at a time. So the first book that was an absolute game changer was The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. This book kind of really hit me in the face, like in a good way, because it showed me that there were other options. It showed me that I didn't have to spend 40 hours a week, 9 to 5, working super hard to get to where I wanted to go. There was another option. There was leveraging my time, leveraging the US dollar, British pounds, and euros, and start spending it in different locations like Thai baht or Indian rupees. Tim Ferriss talks a lot about auditing your time, and so I did. I had a mentor and he audited my time, and he showed me that I was spending over 30 hours a week on school and the military, where I was really not getting any results. It wasn't result-based work. It was just show up and you get paid. I realized from The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, rich people play to win. They don't play to survive. I was playing to survive until 2026. I was just surviving. I was just making it. If I stay in school, then I'll survive next month. And so I made it to 2026. And then from there, I was just surviving again instead of actually thriving. I needed to aspire to what I truly thought was amazing, and then be surrounded by people that also thought that as well. And not really surrounded by people that conventionally good was good, because it wasn't good for me. I'm gonna take a second and just let you digest that for a moment. It's a lot to think that you're spending all this time going somewhere and you think it's keeping you safe, and it's like, is it really keeping you safe if it's holding you back from where you really want to be? And that's where I was. I felt as if coasting, and it didn't feel good. In the psychology of money, they talk about how your parents' decisions were based off of their parents' decisions, based off their parents' decisions, and it's not really reflective of the time that you're in. And it talks a lot about taking control of your finances and making the best possible decision for the moment that you're in and for your financial situation. Make sure that you're taking advice from people that are playing the exact same money game that you are, and hopefully not playing a different game. Some people want continuous income. Some people want to have huge booms and returns, and then they're selling super quickly. Some people have diversified portfolios that are ready for their whole life. So make sure someone else isn't playing a different money game. Financial support, and my parents really love me, and they've done the most for me. The thing with that is creativity is super important when it comes to success. If you're not having to work for your money or figure out how to get your money, chances are you're not going to be very creative. You're not going to have to think about the things that you need to think about in order to succeed. And as loving and as how good the intentions are, it does stifle your creativity and your ability to think. The book Outwitting the Devil, Napoleon Hill has a conversation with the devil where he speaks about all the tools and all the devices that the devil uses in order to control 99% of the population. It's a weird book for sure to say that someone had an interview with the devil. I would like for you guys to go ahead and check it out and read it and just kind of have an open mind and see what's in it. Because this book was written in 1938. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but that's the rough date. And it took until 1970 for it to get published. And when you see what's inside the book, it's like, well, almost obviously, but in 1930, those things were not obvious. The one book that really told me it's time to change was The Laptop Millionaire by Mark Anasazi. This book showed me that there were 32 other ways of generating income, and these numbers that were in this book were almost 100 times higher than any other college or any other school ever. When you think about it, I think Harvard, the school price is like $400,000 to go to Harvard. And what do they promise you? They promise you zero income. And there are other places where the tuition's a lot cheaper, but they actually promise you higher income. And the reason that people maybe make this decision, why I made this decision to go to school, is because I thought it was safe. And is it really safe? I'm not sure. It really did get me into internet marketing, advertising, and actually taking control of my finances and leveraging the tools that are in work today. I'm fully committed to fully pursuing my internet, whatever we're going to call it, wanderlust, digital nomad life here in Hungary. And it's been absolutely phenomenal to be able to help others write my first book that's on Amazon. Let's go. Be where I'm at today. It's been an absolute quantum leap. For those of you that know, wink, wink, don't let anybody know, changing my life. And I'm super excited for the next steps and to help you guys do the exact same using the tools I use. Cheers.